Last one for you. Big NFC North matchup Sunday. Vikings going to Lambeau. They're taking on the Packers. Your former teammate Aaron Jones making his return to Lambeau. I love him. You love him. You got the win in your revenge game against the Packers. What would you like to see from Showtime heading into this one? And sort of maybe tell me what it's like to go back and play there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't got a chance to go back and play.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's that's a feeling I'm unfamiliar with, and I'm sure it'll be crazy the next time that I have the opportunity to do that. But definitely looking forward to Aaron getting out there doing his thing. I want to see the Packers do their thing too. I can't say I'm rooting for either one. I think in my heart I'm rooting for the Packers just because I want to see them do well, and obviously I still got a lot of brothers over there on that team, but it'd be good to see, Jones get out there and do his thing too. He's been my dark horse since 2017, when he came in the league. So a lot of respect for him, and he's still got a lot in the tank too. So can't wait to see what he does.
Can't wait. Don't speak too highly of the Packers. The trade rumors will start, Davante.
Correct. Yeah. Then I'm going back. And
I'm treading lightly with Aaron. I'm treading lightly with Jalen. I'm doing all the things because I know you are just focused on what you can focus on. I appreciate it. It's very cool. Sometimes after a loss, it's not the easiest thing to have a conversation with the player, and this was the easiest conversation based off that, and I knew it would be just because of how you are, so thank you.
Unstable party first. He's all in all black like that. I haven't seen him dressed up like that in a while, so. But yeah, he looked good though. It was a good look.
He did. He got a win. Let's just get into it. We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off here. Davante Adams, last week, amazing comeback win over the Ravens. You come on, it's Victory Tuesday. We're talking about how to build off that. And then these Panthers somehow come away with this insane run with Andy Dalton. What happened?
I don't know. I just think when we watched the tape, it wasn't reflective of a team that was ready, out the gate. Offense, defense, special teams, we came out flat. I wouldn't say we looked at our opponent, like we took them lightly. It wasn't one of those situations. I just think that we didn't come out converting. We didn't run our best stuff. We didn't convert on, the plays that were run, and it put us back. And it's really hard to win in this league when you don't throw the ball, a ton, and then you get behind, and then they can sit in the shell defense and just make it kind of hard on you to come back from 2, 3, 4 scores or whatever it is. So when you start real flat and real bad like that, it's basically a recipe for disaster. So we got to start faster and understand that every team in the league is good. It's just a matter of, how you play that day.
You're sitting on the at halftime, right? Or the cameras kept catching you and you were frustrated. What was going through your head?
I'm not a big fan of not maximizing opportunities that we have on the field. At the end of the day, it's about everybody bring their lunch bell and get ready to go with the, if you get one down in there, you need to treat it like it's your last. And the same for, the way that we're playing the game, the coaches, everybody, it's all involved with this. So we got to make sure that whatever we do best, we continue to do on offense. And, whatever gets called, we also need to make the best of every opportunity regardless. And when I feel like we're not doing that, it's not about me not getting the ball or anything like that. It's never that. At the end of the day, we moved the ball, 2 great drives we had. I barely touched the ball, and I was, one of the happier ones on the sideline. So for me, it's just about being efficient, and, I help us be efficient. And if I'm not able to do that, then obviously that's an issue. But I think everybody just got to come out with a better mindset to start the game, from the top down.
The interception in the fourth, because then I could tell you were frustrated. Everyone could tell. I actually appreciate how genuine you are. You are yourself. And then this happens with some frustration and miscommunication. In terms of building that quarterback-wide receiver relationship, what positives, I guess, do you take from this game? Was there anything? It was a bit up and down with Gardner in this one.
Yeah. It was up and down. I think we're learning. He knows plays like this. We gotta. Regardless, we're playing for our pride basically at that point, but we work too hard to have opportunities like that. We don't want to turn the ball over no matter what point it is in the game. So, he knows he's got to make a better throw on that. And there was plays in the game that I was, upset with myself on as well. So some of the frustration that you actually seen was, I had a 3rd down where I didn't come down with the ball, didn't put it away, and it got poked out. So I actually think that some of the video that maybe people see of me, being pissed off out there was being upset with myself. So, it's not just one person, the quarterback or the line or, me or whatever. It's football's the most team game that there is, so we got to find a way to come together and make plays.
Yeah, you're super accountable, top to bottom. You guys want to do better. I love that. I love just hearing you speak like this. I feel like when I listen to your post game, obviously, and you don't want to talk about it. You want to wait. You want to watch the film. Like, I love how thoughtful you are about the process without saying anything. Your coach came out and said lots of things.
Yeah.
And he said, that's just with the quarterback stuff, he wasn't ruling out a change this week. He needs to talk to the players first. So late last night, Ian Rappaport was saying that it's Gardner starting against the Browns on Sunday. How involved were you in the convos?
Well, I mean, I get involved as far as, they make me aware of everything. I wouldn't say I make the decisions, but it's something that they keep me in the loop and make sure that I'm aware of what their thought process is, if anything changes or if anything, I wouldn't say anything you saw at the end of the game was, them starting to kickstart a change or anything like that. I just think it was part of the game where, let's just see, Gardner had a couple opportunities out there and the game was pretty much over. We were just trying to go down there to just, make it look better and put some good stuff on tape. And I think that's why Aiden ended up in there. But they definitely talked to me about it and, consult me. But it's not necessarily, hey, Davante, you make this decision.
Yeah, is that meaningful to you as a veteran player? And like they want to keep you happy that you are involved in them, that they come to you and ask you? Or do you go in there and you say, well, let's talk about this?
Well, I mean, it could be both, but I would say that it definitely means a lot to me that they approach because obviously, I'm a player. I get paid to play. I don't get paid to, to make those type of decisions and with personnel and all that. So the fact that they care enough and trust me enough to ask for my opinion or, get my approval, quote unquote, on certain things is definitely a good feeling.
I know you like both guys, but if we're, well documented, Davante is your support for Aiden throughout training camp, throughout the process. Do you think it's the right decision to stay with Gardner?
I think I support. I don't think anything Gardner has done. I mean, it's been streaky play, and I think we've all played streaky. So it's not about being perfect, being out there at quarterback. And you also don't want your quarterback walking on eggshells, because what message does that send Aiden? The moment they plug Gardner after 3 weeks of naming him the starter, it kind of just doesn't give you a feeling of security knowing that it's like having a girlfriend and you let her know, you make her feel like every day she could be out the door. Like that's not the feeling that she wants. And I don't think you're going to get the best product out of your girl if she's thinking that she's going to get kicked to the curb every single day. So I don't think that's the mentality that we have as a team. And like I said, I think that, moving forward, they're going to give him some more opportunities and hopefully we can do a little bit better on offense.
What's it like being a leader? Because you guys want to turn it around, right? You guys got the Browns. So you and your Dior guy, you and Max, and like we kind of talked about this last week. It's fun to watch because Max is like the vocal guy, right? He's like shaking people and talking to them, and you're the sort of chill confidence giver. You're like the cool one. You're the cool character. Like it's okay. Do you guys get on the same page? Is Wilkins a part of that? Like who, with the top to bottom, where are you in the top to bottom, Davante, as far as like getting this team ready?
Definitely at the top. I mean, at the tippy top for sure. It's something that, I take a lot of pride in. I have a lot of knowledge and I've learned from Aaron Rodgers. I've learned from Julius Peppers, a lot of people that have won and had a lot of individual success as well. And they know what it takes to be great. So, being able to shed some of the light that I have on ways to win and just all that stuff. I feel like it'd be doing a disservice to the team if I wasn't, being vocal in those situations. I would say it's funny because me and Max actually talk about the fact that he's like the one that, will call a team up and do that, all that stuff. And then, I'm like like you said, kind of like the smooth operator as far as how I deal with, the more intimate settings and, talking to the team, in specific situations versus like every single day addressing them. And Max does really well with that. And I think that I'm a very passionate leader. So if I have something that's on my heart, that's when I usually get involved.
I like that 1-2 punch. I think it helps Coach Pierce, who, let's talk about the business decision comment. He said it. What did you think when you heard it?
Well, I agree. I think at the end of the day,
Caitlin Clark and the fever of interest in the WNBA playoffs unshaken by the NFL. Despite competing with the NFL on a Sunday, Game 1 of the WNBA playoff series featuring Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, and the Connecticut Sun drew impressive viewership. It's often said that the NFL is America's favorite pastime. With games routinely pulling in over 20 million viewers, a whole day of the week dedicated to the league, and the Super Bowl being the biggest pop culture event in the country, it's fair to assume that football would overshadow almost anything else, including Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. But that wasn't the case, not even when the Fever fell to the Connecticut Sun in Game 1 of the WNBA playoffs. Clark's playoff debut captivated 1.8 million viewers, according to sports media expert Andrew Marchand from The Athletic. To put that in perspective, this match, though not the most nail-biting one, aired during the same time slot as some major NFL games, including part of the Baltimore Ravens' victory over the Dallas Cowboys, a team widely considered the NFL's most prominent franchise. Yet Clark's presence still shone through. This isn't the first time Clark's games have held their ground against football. The Fever's match against the Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles a few weeks ago also drew over 1 million viewers. What's more, even with the NFL as a rival, the Fever-Sun matchup far outperformed last year's WNBA Finals by a large margin. That series, featuring champions Las Vegas Aces and New York Liberty, averaged 728,000 viewers, already a 36% increase from the previous year. While there's no shortage of evidence of the massive fanbase Clark has brought to the WNBA, it's worth emphasizing that even the NFL hasn't dampened that enthusiasm.